It's Sunday. Sunday's our seedling day, and it's the day where with this group we share some tips and tricks. And so today what we're going to be doing, well, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be potting up some near Regelia and some Bill Burgess seedlings that I neglected and just found in the greenhouse. So while I was here, I thought I'd do a video. Done these before. Members would know 2 years ago this group was created primarily as a hybridisation, propagation and seed growing group, and then we expanded into the Australian Bromeliad community, where we now share and provide information on lots of growing tips and tricks around the country during different seasons, and offer lots of suggestions. So Sunday seedling day, so let's go for it. So as previously I've said before, the different products that I use, this is a slightly different mix purely because of the types of plants I'm planting and the age of them. So this is cocoa peat fibre. This one is high grow cocoa peat fibre, comes in a 30-litre bag just as you see it, already pre-ready to go. Contains nutrients and elements to feed seedlings for the first few months of their life. So it eliminates the need to use additional feed for the first couple of months once these are potted up. To that, I like to add what this product is, which is perlite. And I use a fine perlite. You can get a really coarse perlite when you're doing orchid growing or for more mature plants, but when we're talking seedlings with small roots, I prefer to use this. It still will aerate your pots and the potting mix, and so stops any soil going sour, for example, for little seedlings. Now, because there are periods, unlike at the moment, where it gets very dry in the southeast, this is vermiculite. Now, I add vermiculite as well to my mix. That's so that the mix stays moist for seedlings. They don't like to get dried out, and the cocoa peat fibre does as well, but the perlite also stops the mix getting very dense. So it works in combination with the perlite. Now, because I'm doing seedlings, they're a little bit older than just my normal really young ones, I'm going to add the propagation sand. So the propagation sand helps with, once again, keeping a really light, moist, friable mix, but it also encourages root growth, and that's what we want now that I'm planting plants that are established by roots. And we're going to be doing some near Regelias, which do have a good root system that they need to hold on to. Bill Burgess have a secondary root system. They've got 2 systems that they use, but for the time being we're going to concentrate on the near Regelias. So firstly, all of this needs to get mixed together. I use a polystyrene box with a lid on it, because the mix, when I'm finished with it, I can simply place the lid over the top and it stays moist. It's ready for me to use for the next time. And in this case, it's indoors, so it's really good, doesn't make a mess. Right, so we'll go ahead and mix this up. Simple. Well mixed, like I said, really friable. This way we get lots of root penetration. Plants develop really quickly and grow really hardy, strong young seedlings. So just well mix it. Experiment with the quantities of the different products like I've suggested here. You can eliminate the sand if you're not planting plants that develop a good root system. So something like an Eekmia, for example, you wouldn't need to add the sand, but because we're doing near Regelia and Bill Burgess today, that's why we've added it. Okay, let's move over. We'll fill some pots and we'll start some work. Okay, simply filling the pots, not packing them down. Filling these are Bromeliad pots, see all the little extra holes? Right, get them from different places. Might need to look around for them. I buy them in bulk, always have them here. These are the little 50ml ones, and I go through quite a lot of them, and then they get reused obviously, so they last a little while. So we're just going to continue to fill all of these pots just as I'm doing, and then we'll start to fill a tray of the different seedlings. Alright, pots are filled. Using the base of an empty pot, I'm just going to give them all a little bit of a tap down, just so that when it comes to watering them, the mix doesn't all overflow. So that's why we don't press it down when we're filling each pot up. I learned this years ago when I was working in a nursery when we were doing seedlings. But we had a template made so that you only had to press down the one time instead of 50 times like I've just done. Okay, and we're going to be transplanting those seedlings, and we need them to go into the centre here. So what I'm going to do is a dibble stick, or my favourite tool, So this one here is a cuticle press, and as you can see, it's like a little shovel. So they're used for, you can pick them up at a pharmacy, for example, or a nail bar. These are used for fingernails. The other option is pencil. I will use this when it comes to digging seedlings out so as not to disturb the roots, but as far as putting the holes in all of my pots, pencil is fine. Digging them in, making a circle. The reason you're doing this is when you drop your seedlings in, we're not disturbing their roots, and then we're covering them up and then allowing their roots to spread in the pots and grow and establish really well. So let's go ahead and do all of this tray.